We've all experienced those moments when our minds seem to turn against us. Whether it's waking up feeling overwhelmed by past mistakes, suddenly becoming convinced that everyone is judging us during a meeting, or spiraling into worst-case scenarios when things don't go as planned. These negative thoughts can be paralyzing, but what if we told you that they could actually be transformed into powerful tools for personal growth? This article explores how embracing our inner critic can lead to unexpected benefits and foster resilience. Understanding negative thinking. Before we dive into the benefits of negative thinking, it's crucial to understand what we mean by this term. In this context, negative thinking refers to the ability to identify potential pitfalls, hidden traps, and risks in various aspects of life, be it in people, ideas, places, or things. This ability allows us to respond to these potential threats in a realistic and self-protective manner. Psychologists often refer to these thoughts as automatic negative thoughts, ANTs. These are the persistent, often unwelcome thoughts that pop into our minds without invitation. They might manifest as self-doubts like, "I'm not good enough," pessimistic predictions such as, "I'll never succeed," or comparative thoughts like, "Everyone is better at this than me." While these thoughts can feel overwhelming and counterproductive, it's important to recognize that they often stem from our mind's attempt to protect us from harm or failure. By understanding this, we can begin to harness these thoughts for our benefit rather than allowing them to control us. The power of mindfulness in managing negative thoughts. The first step in transforming negative thoughts into tools for growth is developing mindfulness. This practice involves paying attention to our thoughts as they arise, without judgment or immediate reaction. Here's how you can cultivate mindfulness to master your thoughts. Acknowledge your thoughts. Recognize when negative thoughts occur. Don't try to suppress or ignore them. Observe without judgment. Watch your thoughts as if you were an outside observer. Don't label them as good or bad. Explore the origin. Ask yourself what triggered this thought. Is it based on a real threat or an irrational fear? Challenge the thought. Is this thought factually true? What evidence supports or contradicts it? Choose your response. Decide how you want to act based on this thought, rather than reacting automatically. By practicing mindfulness, you become more intentional with your thinking. Instead of being dragged down by negative thoughts, you can acknowledge them and choose how to respond. This approach allows you to maintain a balanced view of yourself, recognizing that your worth isn't tied to fleeting emotions or self-criticism. Leveraging negative thoughts for better decision-making. Contrary to popular belief, negative thinking can actually improve your decision-making skills. When you consider what could go wrong, you're better prepared to handle potential obstacles. This is particularly useful when contemplating risks or major decisions. For example, if you're considering starting a new business venture, your negative thoughts might highlight all the potential pitfalls: lack of funding, market saturation, or your own inexperience. Instead of letting these thoughts discourage you, use them as a roadmap for preparation. Research funding options and create a solid financial plan. Conduct thorough market research to find your unique selling proposition. Seek mentorship or additional training to address areas where you lack experience. By addressing these concerns proactively, you're more likely to succeed when you do take the leap. In this way, negative thinking becomes a valuable tool for risk assessment and strategic planning. Proactive problem solving. Negative thoughts can serve as an early warning system, alerting you to potential issues before they become major problems. This allows you to take proactive steps to prevent or minimize challenges. Consider a scenario where you're preparing for an important presentation. Your negative thoughts might conjure images of technical glitches, difficult questions from the audience, or forgetting your key points. Instead of allowing these thoughts to induce anxiety, use them to drive your preparation. Test all equipment thoroughly before the presentation day. Anticipate potential questions and prepare thoughtful responses. Create backup materials, handouts, summary sheets, in case of technical failures. Practice your presentation multiple times to build confidence and muscle memory. By addressing these what-ifs in advance, you transform your negative thoughts into a comprehensive preparation strategy, setting yourself up for success. Building self-confidence through self-reflection. Regular engagement with your negative thoughts through mindful reflection can lead to increased self-awareness and, ultimately, greater self-confidence. As you become more adept at recognizing and challenging your negative thoughts, you'll develop a more nuanced and realistic self-image. Here's how this process can unfold. Identify recurring negative thoughts. Notice patterns in your self-criticism or fears. Challenge these thoughts. Look for evidence that contradicts these negative beliefs. Reframe your perspective. Transform negative self-talk into more balanced or positive statements. Celebrate your strengths. Make a habit of acknowledging your accomplishments and positive qualities. Learn from setbacks. View failures as opportunities for growth rather than confirmations of your negative beliefs. Over time, this practice helps you build a more resilient sense of self. You become more confident in your ability to handle challenges because you've developed the skills to understand and address your fears and self-doubts. Enhancing resilience to external negativity. As you become more adept at managing your own negative thoughts, you'll likely find that you're better equipped to handle negativity from external sources. Whether it's criticism at work, conflicts in personal relationships, or general negativity from others, your improved self-awareness and emotional regulation skills will serve as a buffer. Here's how this enhanced resilience might manifest. Objective evaluation of criticism. You'll be able to assess feedback more rationally, separating constructive criticism from unhelpful negativity. Reduced emotional reactivity. Your practice with your own negative thoughts will help you respond to others' negativity with more composure. Stronger boundaries. You'll be better at recognizing when others' negativity is their issue, not yours, allowing you to maintain healthier relationships. Increased empathy. Understanding your own thought patterns can help you relate to others who might be struggling with similar challenges. This resilience not only protects your mental well-being, but also fosters more positive and productive interactions with others. Transforming negative thoughts into motivation. Perhaps one of the most powerful ways to harness negative thoughts is by using them as fuel for personal growth and achievement. The ancient Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius encapsulated this idea when he said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very thoughts and feelings that seem to block our path can actually help us find a new way forward. Here's how you can put this principle into practice. Identify the fear behind the thought. What's really worrying you? Set a challenge. How can you prove this negative thought wrong? Create an action plan. What steps can you take to overcome this fear or challenge? Track your progress. Regularly reflect on how you're growing and improving. Celebrate your wins. Acknowledge every step forward, no matter how small. By reframing negative thoughts as challenges to overcome, you transform them from obstacles into opportunities for growth and achievement. Conclusion: embracing the power of negative thinking. While it may seem counterintuitive, learning to harness your negative thoughts can be a powerful tool for personal growth and resilience. By approaching these thoughts with mindfulness, using them to inform decision-making and problem-solving, and leveraging them as motivation for self-improvement, you can transform what once felt like a mental burden into a valuable asset. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate negative thoughts entirely. That's neither possible nor desirable. Instead, aim to develop a balanced, mindful approach to your internal dialogue. Recognize the protective intent behind your negative thoughts, challenge them when necessary, and use them as a springboard for growth and resilience. As you practice these techniques, you'll likely find that you're not just better equipped to handle your own negative thoughts, but also more resilient in the face of external challenges and negativity. This newfound resilience can lead to improved relationships, better decision-making, and a more confident, grounded sense of self. So the next time you find yourself caught in a spiral of negative thinking, pause and ask yourself, how can I use this thought to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient? Your inner critic might just become your most powerful ally on the journey of personal growth.